Yes, hello tradies. Welcome to the Air Raid Siren. We are brought to you by the Melbourne Racing Club. Hearts will race this Sportsbet Caulfield Cup Carnival. It is October 11 to 18. This is the opportunity for Mitchell and I to have a little rant about something not trade related. I've already gone off about Tassie in the main body, so I'm going to do something different. Would you like the new ball, Mitchell?
Yeah, so I want to talk about the pre-finals bye getting removed for the grand final bye. But then also talk about the wildcard weekend coming in.
Yes.
I think you can only have one of the two. Because if you, let's say you finish top of the ladder and there is a pre-finals bye that includes a wildcard weekend for 7v10 and 8v9 and the top six have the weekend off and then you finish top and then you win your qualifying final.
Have another week off.
Week off in semi. Win the prelim.
Have another week
off. You might enter a grand final having only played 2 games in 40-odd days.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's feasible.
I agree.
For the modern day athlete. So it's either one of the two. Now, I'm probably more towards for the quality of the game, the pre-finals bye, because we were always one. We've spoken about this on this show before. We're always one big name concussion away in an AFL preliminary final for this being a proper talking point. But for content, I love the wildcard weekend. So I'm probably a bit more split, but I think if you were talking purity of AFL and for the grand final winner, I'll be more in favour of the pre-grand final bye.
Yeah, I like it.
Where do you sit?
I just don't think I don't like a bye during the finals at all. Now,
So once it starts?
The AFL have backed themselves into a corner because they've agreed to 2 byes in the player contracts with the PA. PA have way too much power. Have always had way too much power.
Do they though?
With this stuff, they do. Yeah, with this stuff they do. I don't know why the AFL agreed to give them 2 byes. They don't need 2 byes. So, I mean, like, if you're going to do 2 byes, I think do one at like round 20.
Yeah.
And give a week off for everyone. I think as soon as the finals start, straight into it.
Yep.
So it's fair for everyone.
The issue you've got if you remove one of the byes is then you've got to make more content up at the front end because the AFL so worried about the front end and NRL getting a jump. In early March.
I don't know why they're worried about the NRL. I don't think they have to be. We
know they are in the Sydney and Queensland
we have the better
markets.
game, and people actually go to our games. People don't go to the NRL,
No, but it's a TV product.
and it's very good on Channel 9 if you watch the NRL. Very good
Is it?
coverage. Excellent.
Okay.
Yep.
Didn't know that.
Mine's pretty simple. Like the Brownlow just goes for too long. It's so boring.
Don't go next year. If it's that hard on you, just go to the pub.
I just want to make it. I want to make it the best for everyone watching at home. So here's the thing, right? And this is the taboo stuff that people won't talk about. So let's just talk about it. The AFL are hamstrung because your network 7, who pay a lot of money for the rights. So I'd be doing the same thing if I was 7, right? They want to have their news from 6 to 7.
Great bulletin yesterday.
Yeah, Peter Mitchell, Beck Madden, very good. Didn't catch it because I was getting ready for the Brownlow, but often watch 7 News. It's great. So they want to do their news from 6 to 7, right, which is important. They then want to do straight to the red carpet and have their, 7 till 8 red carpet show?
Yep.
So the count can't start feasibly until 8, which is way too late. But 7 are paying for it, right? So it's their gig. So let's just say that it has to start at 8. Mitch, they just need to start the coverage. Hello and welcome. Hamish and Beck, great to be here. Here's the leaderboard at round 10. That's what it just needs to be. If you want to go and check who polled in the first 10 weeks, go to the 7 Plus app, go to the AFL app.
The first 9 games are as important as the last 9.
Well, they're not though.
They are.
But they're not.
They're all worth the same.
Yeah, but they're not as important because it only counts. It only matters where you finish. It doesn't matter how you start. It only matters where you finish. So then what we get to do between rounds 11 and 23, 24, is that we get to take a little bit more time. Andrew Dillon's not reading through the votes as if he's trying to do an F1 race. The highlights can be a little bit longer, and we save all this time at the back end because you know what I think about Hamish as an interviewer, right? When it comes to interviewers, I think he's just about the best in Australia. His interview with Matt Rao last night, who was a bit nervy, but I thought it was good TV and it was good drama. That shouldn't be happening at 10:50 because and I said this in my column that you haven't read. Hamish said at one point last night, there's a lot of 11 and 10, 11, 12-year-olds watching, Matt. What do you want to say to that? I was like, no, there's none watching. They're all asleep.
Did you say that?
No, I said that.
Oh, you said that.
It's a good line, but none of them are watching because they're all in bed.
I can watch it on YouTube this morning, 7+.
I think in an era...
The winner was announced at 10:20 last night. It's not that late.
That's a very cheeky way of putting it because at 10:20 it was when Matt Rao couldn't lose.
Well, the winner was 5 minutes later.
But they still had to go through 2 more rounds of votes. So I think that the winner should be speaking as close to 10 o'clock as humanly possible.
Okay.
Right? Because then it gets 7 will be happier because you'll have more people watching at 10 than you have at 11. I haven't seen the ratings today. I would love if you get them to please send me what the drop-off is. Because I reckon there'd be a big drop-off after 10:15 or 10:30.
Yep. Okay.
So
I'll check that.
So 7, therefore, get to do the red carpet. They get to do that starts at 8. But I think the product is improved by not doing the first 10 weeks. That's how I reckon it should be done. Because if not, if you wanted it to start and finish at a reasonable time, you'd have to go straight from 7 News to the count, and you get no red carpet. And it would have to be Peter Mitchell saying, that's what makes news on this Monday evening. Let's go straight to Beck and Hamish at the Brownlow. Thanks, Pete. Great to be here. Now that works for me as a product, but you don't get the red carpet.
Yeah. And it's more than just footy on not like the Brownlow.
It's about the girls. It's about the fashion. It's about the whole glitz and glamour of it. So
it is school holidays, mind you. I text
what
my
time
mum.
were you going to bed when you were?
I text my mum yesterday. We used to have a tradition. We would roll out the sofa bed for school holidays, and we would. This is not a joke. I reckon for about 5 years in a row, we'd get Milky Bar ice creams and watch the Brownlow.
That is genuinely one of the cutest and most wholesome things that I've ever heard of in my life. That is beautiful.
I text mum saying, "I hope you got the Milky Bar ice creams ready." This is. Sam.
Oh no, that's actually amazing. I'm not being sarcastic. That is beautiful. I'm being serious.
My point is, there are plenty of 8 to 10-year-olds that would have seen it last night because it was school holidays.
Okay. Well, I would like to hear some just quicklies from some 8 to 10-year-olds next week, or from their parents who are sitting up with them. If you had a son or a daughter aged between the age of 8 and 12, and they were watching it live when Matt Rao was speaking to Hamish, I want to know.
Okay.
That's what I want to know.
Hit us up on our Instagram at Tradies Podcast.
Because otherwise you're all asleep, as you should have been.
You can watch him on Sunrise this morning.
What's that?
Australia's highest rating brekkie TV show.
I think the Today Show beats it. I actually have no idea. I'm just playing the company card. I have no clue. All right, that does us for the Air Raid Siren, brought to you by our new sponsor, the Melbourne Racing Club, the Caulfield Cup Carnival, October 11 to 18.